Hey guys, I promise I'm working on other videos right now, but I have to share you the results of this. I finally figured out the Battleborn capacity issue. I work on these problems 24 hours a day, and if I can't figure something out, I go insane. So in the last video, I tested 12 Battleborn batteries. And these were being cycled off-grid by a family, and each battery never charged or discharged with more than 15 amps. And these batteries were indoors and never exposed to extreme temperatures or vibrations. So I capacity tested them, and here are the results. I got anywhere between 26 and 60 amp hours. But these batteries are supposed to be pulling 100 amp hours. Like, this is crazy bad, all 12. And I was losing my mind as to why the capacity was so bad. So I tried to resist cutting them open, but I couldn't. I had to do it. And I took it apart until I had the individual cell packs. And then I did a capacity test on each one. And here are the results: 42, 44, 38, and 70. So it wasn't the BMS or a loose connection or any of that. All 4 packs of cells were heavily degraded. And then I was wondering, is this present in all of them? So I opened up a second battery and I did the test again. With that test, we got 13, 24, 47, and 43 amp hours. So these results were consistent in all 8 packs. And then a forum member said, hey, hit it with your heat camera and see if they're a different temperature when they're charging. And this is what I got. Check out these pictures. Isn't this crazy? Some of these cells were taking all the current, and then most of them were staying super cold. But there was no way for me to assess what was going on with each individual cell unless I took it apart. So I finally found a way to do that. I took pliers and I rolled it off sideways, and I could break the welds. And then I tested the cells one by one with my internal resistance measurement meter. And here are the results. Most of them are at 0 volts. 73% to be exact. And the remaining cells are only pulling 50% of their rated capacity. Probably because they're taking the brunt of the current. That's why they're heating up. But these packs were only hit with 15 amps and no more. So what is going on with these cells? What would cause 73% of them to be at 0 volts? The BMS still works perfectly. The cell packs were not imbalanced. It could be because they're mismatched at the factory. It could be a low quality cell. And then some of my forum members said it's because of how this nickel sheet connects to the one next to it. So you could have current sharing issues between the cells here. So it doesn't matter which model you have. These cells have an issue. Out of 12 batteries, all of them had it. It wasn't a 90% or a 99% defect rate. It's 100%. Now these are 9 years old. I think any batteries after 5 years old are going to get some extreme degradation. And this is completely separate from the positive terminal overheating issue, or the negative or the positive bus bar melting. This has to do with only the cells. Now sometimes these batteries disconnect during charging for no reason. But if you have the temperature sensor on the cell that's getting hot, and the majority of the cells are at 0 volts, that could trip the over temperature protection early. But even worse is if it's not and it's on a cold cell, because these temperature sensors are only attached to a single cell with tape. And if that's the case, it will not disconnect until the whole thing is really hot. Now the cells that still work, they're pulling 50% of their rated capacity. Probably because they're taking all the current and they're getting hot and they're degrading faster. Now when the majority of the cells are at 0 volts, it's really hard to charge them. When I tested the internal resistance, it would be all over the place. I think it's because there's a current sharing issue and they're feeding in and out of each other because they're in parallel and they're mismatched, and you have a current sharing issue. So each one is at a different state of charge. So I think you have a balance issue between these cells. People will just test the voltage of this pack and say, oh, they're all balanced. But when the majority of these are at 0 volts, you have another issue here as well. Also, some cells giving off heat, that's going to throw off everything else. If you have a thermal failsafe that melts entirely if it gets hot, this can contribute to that problem as well. Also, Patrick from Stash D Training, he was saying the plastic that's holding this connection, you're going to have plastic creep over time. So these could loosen as well. And some of these holes were melted. It was hard for me to put the screw in so I could test them. So there is melted plastic on these cases. Now, if you have these batteries, it doesn't matter which model it is. They all use the same cells. Please do a capacity test. That is the only way to see if this is occurring. If even a single cell is dead in this battery, you can find it with the capacity test. It will bring the whole thing down. And then it will cause a cascade effect until they're all affected. And I think that's what happened here with all 12 batteries. It's not just one cell pack, it's the entire battery. All 4 packs have these cells working like this. I know it's hard to do a capacity test and a lot of people don't want to take their system apart, but if you've been using these batteries for a few years, please do a capacity test. On their warranty a few years ago, they were supposed to retain 80% of their rated capacity. If they don't, they qualify for a warranty something. I'm not sure what that's called. And in this family's case, look at these capacity results. Every single battery qualified for a warranty. It was a 100% failure rate. And some capacity testers are pretty cheap on Amazon now. So yeah, test them yourself and post your results. Now, even when these batteries have low capacity, they still technically work. They might cut out and have horrible performance, but they'll still have voltage and your lights will still turn on. But you have to do a capacity test to find issues like this. And on this battery, it was 73% of the cells were dead. So I hope this video helps you if you have these batteries. I'm gonna make lots of other videos and I have one going right now, but I had to make this video. Once I solve a problem, I have to tell you guys about it. So I hope you liked the video and I will see you in the next one. Bye.